About 90% of men struggle to know what women really think and notice when they meet high-value men. And this is why most men end up prioritizing the wrong things when trying to capture the attention of their dream woman. But then, what if I told you that these things are pretty simple when you're properly guided? Perhaps you've been getting it wrong all along and focusing on the wrong things. Well, the good news is that this video will teach you some of the first things women instantly notice in high-value men and how to use these things to your advantage. So watch till the end, because number 1 will always leave a positive impression on any woman you come across. Number 10. Their style is impeccable. Of course, there's much more to high-value men than their appearance, but it's often impossible to look beyond their style, especially since it's one of their first noticeable qualities. It's also important to note that high-value men have a unique sense of style that says a lot about their personalities. Studies have shown that well-dressed men often seem to appear a lot more attractive than they actually are, and women are often more likely to fall for such men. But then, while regular men will often go after flashy new trends and sophisticated styles, high-value men prefer to keep it simple but classic. Of course, this doesn't necessarily mean you should always appear in official clothes. However, you may want to avoid extra colorful attires that tend to distract people from the real you. It would also help to stick to plain colors for as much as possible, and remember to combine them with accessories that fit. Number 9. They have a mysterious nature. Women are naturally curious and tend to often sniff out even the tiniest details about the men they come across. This is even especially true when they feel they might have a future with that individual. However, your ability to remain mysterious will make them even more interested in you, since they can't help but want to figure you out. This quality is often shared by high-value men, and it almost always works magic on women. Indeed, trying to figure out this type of man can feel like an addictive puzzle, and it's what gets the women falling head over heels for them. Number 8. They're well-groomed. As stated earlier, good looks is definitely not a significant enough factor to base your assessment of one's personality upon. However, it does give an insight into the kind of person they are. This is why high-value men often prioritize their grooming, and it's one of the first things women notice about them. Grooming involves several qualities, such as taking care of your skin, bathing regularly, and ensuring your hair and beard are always well kept. The logic here is pretty straightforward. If you want to be noticed as a high-value man, you must always appear well-groomed. Subscribe to this channel now for more tips on how to become a high-value man. Number 7. Their confidence level is sky high. Another very noticeable quality of high-value men is their self-esteem and confidence levels. These men always have an aura of self-confidence that women can't help but take note of. They also carry themselves with a certain level of self-assurance that shows that their confidence is not dependent on other people's approval, and the opposite gender often finds this quality to be irresistible. Of course, there's a huge difference between self-confidence and arrogance, although the two can often get mistaken for the other. While arrogance is often used as a deliberate attempt to mask insecurities, confidence radiates from within and is generated from self-belief. Number 6. They know when and how to take charge. Another remarkable quality of high-value men is their silent takeover attitude. They don't often have to say much to get on top of a situation, and they know just how to take charge. However, you should note that taking charge does not warrant always trying to enforce control or assert yourself in every situation. In fact, high-value men often prefer to stay in the background and only step up to take charge when necessary. This quality makes them much more valued by others, and the women tend to take note of it too, ultimately making their attraction towards you grow. Have you ever tried to gain a woman's approval or get her to notice you by taking charge at the right time? Please tell us how it worked out in the comments section below. Number 5. They're unpredictable. While men may not enjoy being taken by surprise, women seem to find it quite amusing, especially when it's a pleasant surprise. High-value men know this trick, and it's why they often try to remain unpredictable. Sadly, women tend to easily get bored with predictable men, but the good news is that they'll become even more invested if you keep them guessing your next move. Being unpredictable also makes you a lot more exciting and gives you the platform to seize the moment at the least expected time. But then, unpredictability can be both good and bad. So it's essential to duly consider your decisions before springing up any surprise to avoid appearing insensitive. Number 4. Intelligence and creativity. While most men get carried away in their quest to be physically attractive, High-value men know that their physical appearance might be matched with high intelligence and creativity. Luckily, these are some of the qualities that separate them from regular men and help them catch the attention of highly desired women. In a world where people are more comfortable following trends, high-value men use their intellect and creative intelligence to make new things happen. These alpha males are the pace setters, and although they're significantly fewer, their impact often makes a difference in the world at large. Number 3. They embrace their uniqueness. While more people feel the need to conform to societal standards and fit into the crowd, high-value men tend to stand out by embracing their uniqueness, which is another quality women often notice about them. Plus, their authenticity makes them even more comfortable in their own skin, and they're never afraid to be themselves wherever they are. Sadly, this is becoming a rare quality in today's world, but it is one you must adopt if you want to be identified as a high-value person. Are you having problems accepting your personality and uniqueness, especially in public places? Well, it could be the product of diminished self-esteem, and I recommend reaching out to onlinetherapy.com for help now. The professionals here are well trained to help you overcome your fears and regain your self-confidence and authenticity in no time. Number 2. They're honest and straightforward. Mind games are quickly becoming a norm today, especially since most people are scared of getting hurt or betrayed. However, high-value men do not succumb to these low standards. Instead, they remain honest and straightforward regardless. This shows that they're trustworthy and will prioritize telling the truth instead of playing mind games. Surely, it's another rare quality that women often notice about the men they have eyes for. Number 1. They have a thirst for adventure. One of the most irresistible qualities of high-value men is their taste for adventure, and women often find this very attractive. Having a thirst for adventure doesn't necessarily mean climbing high mountains or skydiving. Instead, it involves being willing to take risks and being open to trying new things. Of course, women naturally yearn for excitement in their lives, so they'll often choose a high-value man with a thirst for adventure over the other somewhat mediocre stock in high supply today. You definitely should click on this next video now to learn more interesting things about high-value men.